Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is race number 15 in the 2019 NOFSRL Haas IndyCar Series. And after the wild race we had yesterday at the Glen, we get to do it all over again here today for the final day of Lake Effect Ice Cream Super Weekend from Watkins Glen, New York. This is Duel at the Glen race number 2, the penultimate race of the season in the Haas IndyCar Series. And it is possible here today that Justin Zajdel could clinch the Haas IndyCar Series Championship, but he's going to have a lot that he's going to need to happen in order for that to happen here today, because starting on the pole position, even though it does not award a bonus point for this race because this was an official random draw, Cody Smart in the number 98. Not Cody Sill. They're really similar to each other there in names, but Cody Smart, who is only 68 points behind, starts on the pole position. Other drivers who are right behind Zajdel in points, Christian Vargas is starting 6th for this race. He is 51 points behind. Christopher Alphaby starting 8th. He is 57 points behind. Richard Kingard, who is 2nd in the points, 46 points behind, is 19th starting position. The winner of the first race here at the Glen yesterday, Igor Barreto, is starting 17th. He's 68 points behind. And Jonathan King starting dead last in 30th. 73 points behind. It does appear that Jonathan King's chances for the championship are over, unfortunately, in number 28. But still, a lot can happen in this 12-lap event. A lot happened in the first event. Yesterday afternoon, Igor Barreto led all but one lap. Dion Moon almost got to the inside of him to take the win away. But we had a wreck by midway through, and Al Agassi was involved in an accident and was slow on the racetrack and actually got into the battle for the race lead, which gave Igor Barreto the race victory eventually. And Barreto still has a shot at the championship. He's 68 behind. And the magic number, or should I say the elimination number, is 53 points. 53 points is the number where if you are farther than that from the points leader heading into the finale at Pocono, you are not going to win the championship. You're just not going to have enough points to be able to do so. So it's going to be fun to see who gets it done here today. And if you are 54 or more points behind, you have no chance. And even if you're 53 points behind heading into the finale race, you pretty much have absolutely no chance of winning. You'd have to lead the most laps and win the race and win the pole position and for the points leader to finish last if you are 53 points behind heading into the finale race. So it's a very good chance Zajdel could clinch. This is how they line up in the championship standings heading into this final race. 369 points for Justin Zajdel. Like I mentioned, he starts in the 13th position. Richard Kingard is 46 points behind. Christian Vargas is 51 points behind. Christopher Alphaby is 57 points behind. Cody Smart and Igor Barreto both tied for the 5th position, 68 points behind. Of course, like I mentioned, Igor Barreto won the first race yesterday, and then Jonathan King, 73 points behind. Those are the only guys who were really in championship contention coming into this race. Everybody else is pretty much too far behind to have a shot at the championship. Let's go ahead and get these guys to roll off here from the Watkins Glen International, race 15 of the season. Like I mentioned, the penultimate race of the season for these guys. It'll set up the finale race at Pocono 2 weeks from now. And like I mentioned, where all those championship contenders are starting, Zajdel right there in the 13th position. If he were to win this race, he would win the championship and clinch it right here today. And he's hoping to clinch the championship here today from the Watkins Glen International. But he's going to have to deal with guys like Cody Smart. Cody Smart's 68 points behind. If he were to get the race victory, he would most likely be in championship contention heading into Pocono next week. We also have Christian Vargas starting in the 6th position. Of course, Vargas won last week in the Canadian Tire race. He is going to be starting in the 6th position. Christopher Alphy right behind him. They are 51 and 57 points behind, respectively. So that is going to be very, very interesting to see if those guys can come within a race set of points on Justin Zajdel. Like I said, the magic number is 53. If you are within 53 points of the points leader heading into the finale race, you still have a shot at the championship, and that's what these guys are hoping for. after this event here today. They're hoping they keep their cars clean and have a shot at the Haas IndyCar Series Championship next, or 2 weeks from now, at the Pocono Raceway. Cody Smart and Julio Cesar on the front row. No bonus point to Cody Smart for starting on the pole position, since this was a true random draw for this event. Tyler already is alongside Jaden Scott. Of course, Tyler already won here last year in the one race we had at Watkins Glen in 2018. Keyshawn Richardson, and there is Christian Vargas. Davey Johnson is alongside the number 18 of Christopher Alphaby. Alphaby, another one of those guys trying to have a shot at the championship 2 weeks from now. And you got Dan Park alongside Christian Russell there in row number 5. Zajdel there in 13th. Richard Kingart in 19th. Igor Barreto in 17th. And then at the end of the field, it is Jonathan King in the number 28. So we'll have to see how all those guys fare here in the second race of the duel at the Glen. Later on, we have the Lake Effect Ice Cream 400 in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Right now, we got the penultimate race in the Haas IndyCar Series. Pace cars pulling off. We're ready to get this one started. Back to racing once again at the Glen. That outside lane is simply where you want to be on these starts. That's just all there is to it. There goes Jaden Scott to the inside, trying to get second on Cody Smart, as Julio Cesar goes to the point here in race 2 of the duel at the Glen. And Vargas is not wasting any time. He knows he needs to get ahead of Justin Zajdel to have a shot at the championship coming in the Pocono. Cody Smart to the inside for the race lead. He's able to get the run to the inside of Julio Cesar, and he might get it here through turn number 8. Oh, they're still side by side here for the race lead on lap number 1. We saw this in the first race yesterday, and we're seeing it once again here in race number 2 of the duel at the Glen. This time, Cody Smart's going to get the advantage, and he will easily clear for the race lead. And with that, Cody Smart will get a bonus point towards the championship, and a bump right there. Jaden Scott almost got into Julio Cesar. Scott's now trying to get to the inside for second, and I think Vargas might have a shot at third. Not going to get it quite yet. Jaden Scott side by side with Julio Cesar for the second position, as Cody Smart looking to pull away and have a shot at this championship. Justin Zajdel faring pretty nicely at this point, currently in the 13th position, right where he started. So we'll have to see if that's where he ends up finishing here for this event. If he finishes ahead of Richard Kingart, he's going to probably put Richard Kingart out of championship contention. The way they're currently running, Kingart would not have a chance at the championship heading in the Pocono. And he's second in the points coming into this race. But Zajdel getting passed right there by Landon Lyons. He's got to be very careful. And I got to be careful to not turn on sticky keys. Apologize about that. But Zajdel on the outside lane there of Landon Lyons, as Lyons goes to the inside looking to pass him. He's going to lose another position there, but Kingart also lost a lot of ground. Now, like I was about to mention, yesterday we had that 3-wide situation coming into turn number 8 with Al Agassi, Noah Clifton, and Julio Cesar. And who knows, Zajdel could be put in one of those situations. He's gotten really lucky as of late with a lot of guys wrecking in front of him. He's gained a lot of points because of that. But he's got to be careful here today, because he could really close that gap in, or allow the guys behind him to close the gap in for the championship lead. Christian Vargas holds on to the 4th position, and that is 32 points towards the championship for where he is currently running. Justin Zajdel is going to be 13th once again across the line, so he actually did not lose a position there. But that would be around 20 points. So Vargas would be able to close within a race of points heading into the finale at Pocono, where he is currently running. Cody Smart right now has 51 points where he is currently running, since he has led a lap in this race. And with that, he would probably close in about 30 points, and he should have a shot at the championship the way they're currently running. So hopefully for Cody Smart, he can hold on to the race win and have a shot on Justin Zajdel in the championship, hopefully for Christian Vargas as well. And even Christopher Alfie. Alfie's another guy here. He's right now kind of on the bubble. I think he's currently in a position that awards 26 points towards the championship, so that's not near as good as where Zajdel is. And Alpha is going to barely have a shot at the championship the way they're currently running right now. He would still have a chance, but it would be a slim one with the way they're currently running heading into the Pocono race. And Zajdel's kind of filed in there into the 13th position. Kinghart, on the other hand, has really fallen back. He did not get a good draw, and he is currently running in the 23rd position. That is not at all what Kinghart wanted, and it is difficult to move your way through the field here at Watkins Glen. However, Kinghart is a guy who's actually done that before. It was back in 2016 we had a sports car race here, and I believe he started like in the 30th position or deep in the field, and he ended up pulling his way through the field in that 2-hour race to win. Of course, the unfortunate thing for Kinghart here today is this is not a 2-hour race. This is a 12-lap race. It's a dash race. And he's really going to have a lot happen. He's going to need Zajdel to crash if he's still going to have a shot at the championship 2 weeks from now. Zajdel made a move there on Landon Lyons, but Lyons might get back to the inside. Oh, Zajdel, he's going to go 3 wide to the inside of Christian Russell and Davey Johnson, and he wants to get as many points as he possibly can, but he's going to wreck. Davey Johnson and Christian Russell get into Justin Zajdel. And Zajdel has fallen to the end of the field, and this is going to open the championship up like we haven't seen it all the entire season. And for the race lead, Jaden Scott on Cody Smart for the top position. New race leader here at Watkins Glen. It is Jaden Scott. Lap number 4. Once again, a huge moment, and Zajdel tried to go 3 wide, and that one was on him. He went 3 wide to the inside of the carousel and got to the inside of Christian Russell, and it was in the grass coming into the boot in turn number 5. An unbelievable for Justin Zajdel. It was actually turn number 6 he was going into right there. Lost it, and I just can't believe it. Zajdel is going to fall to the back of the field at this moment. He's going to finish in the 29th position. He'll finish ahead of Christian Russell. But Zajdel, absolute heartbreak for him. But that is exactly what Richard Kinghart needed and all of these guys needed here for this championship. And we got ourselves a battle for the race victory. Jaden Scott made the pass right when that wreck happened on Cody Smart. But Cody Smart's still in this thing, still have a chance at taking this race victory away. And Cody Smart now really wants to get this win, because if he were to get it, he'd probably be within 20 points on Justin Zajdel. And that is a lot less than what he's at right now at 68 points. But Jaden Scott, how about Jaden Scott? I mean, trying to steal the show from these championship contenders. Got a really good move there on Cody Smart to take the lead away. But he is right now leading the field here at Watkins Glen. And if he happens to lead the most laps, he'll keep those 2 bonus points away from Cody Smart. So at this point, Zajdel would hope for that. Hope that a non-championship contender gets the privilege of leading the most laps here today. But Justin Zajdel is out of the race in the number 30 machine. 29th is where he will officially finish, only unless Christian Russell gets back out there. If Russell gets back out there, then he'll end up finishing in the last position. But like I mentioned, you know, he got really lucky as of late. Canadian Tire was a very good example. So many guys ahead of him wrecked, had issues. He gained so many positions there. In the race yesterday, he gained a lot of positions in that one. But today, it finally struck him, and he got wrecked out as he was trying to make a 3-wide move, and that was such a terrible idea. He had no need to make that 3-wide move on Davey Johnson and Christian Russell. Davey Johnson fell back because of that. Of course, Johnson was a championship contender at the early part of the season, but since the early part of the season's kind of fallen off a little bit from the leaders in the points. Either way, Jaden Scott leads the field. Next time by will be halfway through race 2 of the duel at the Glen, and we can say for sure that you will not want to miss the Haas World Championship 100 2 weeks from now at the Pocono Raceway. Because we are going to have ourselves one heck of a championship battle between these guys. Christian Vargas is going to be up there, Alvaby's going to be up there. Cody Smart's going to be up there, especially if Cody Smart wins this race. And the thing is, for Smart, he knows that Vargas is behind him. He knows that Alvaby's behind him, and if he doesn't win this race, he might not get as much of a gap on Vargas and Alvaby as he would want. But even this is going to even keep Igor Barreto in the championship, I believe, even though Barreto's kind of deep in the field right now. And even Kinghart. I mean, Kinghart's going to still be in contention as long as he finishes ahead of Zajdel, but he's probably not going to be second in the points of where he's running. Kinghart currently running 19th at the moment. Igor Barreto running 15th. Not too bad for Barreto after winning yesterday's race. They'll both still be in championship contention, but they're really going to have a lot happen. And for the race lead, there we go again. Cody Smart's going to take it away from Jaden Scott. Or will he? On the outside through turn 6. It's going to be interesting here if Cody Smart can get it on the number 30 machine. Through turn 7 they go. Cody Smart will clear for the race lead once again. He's back out front. Jaden Scott might cross over here. Watch out for the number 30 into turn number 8. Looks like they're going to keep it together right there. And Cody Smart, he knows winning this race is going to be the best thing for him. Zajdel is going to leave this race with only 2 points. And if Cody Smart leads the most laps, that means that Cody Smart, if he wins the race and leads the most laps, will gain 51 points on Justin Zajdel and be only 17 points behind him heading into the finale at Pocono. Now keep in mind, Justin Zajdel will still be the points leader heading into the Pocono race 2 weeks from now. But he could have clinched it here today. Remember that. Came into this thing with a 46-point lead. And because he wrecked out, it's wide open for this championship heading into the Haas World Championship 100 2 weeks from now. Gonna have a good battle for this win, though. I can tell you that much. Jaden Scott is not gonna let Cody Smart have it easy. Scott wants a victory this season. That's something he has not had since last year in the Turkey Hill Truck Series at Chicagoland. Jaden Scott is right behind Cody Smart here. They've pulled away from the rest of the field, and there goes Scott once again for the race lead. These guys keep on battling for the lead position here. Now, Cody Smart has to be careful. I mean, I know you want to get the race victory, but if you wreck out just like Zajdel, you're not going to have a shot at the championship. But if Smart finishes where he is, he'll easily have a chance of winning this championship here in the Haas IndyCar Series. And he's going to give it back to Jaden Scott. But he might get a run on the outside here, Jaden Scott. And he will. Almost lost it there. We saw Kinghart do that yesterday. To the inside. He's going to shoot Scott way up the racetrack. And Cody Smart back to the race lead. Now Julio Cesar has reeled these guys in as they went double wide for quite some time. Smart unable to make the pass completely. But he did get the lap led. That is a major thing right there for Cody Smart. Leading that lap. But I don't think he still has the most laps led in this race yet, because if Jaden Scott leads from here on out, Scott's going to get that. Those 2 bonus points will go to Scott if he can do that, and Cody Smart wants to definitely get as many points as he possibly can. 53 points would be amazing for Cody Smart if he can get it. Cody Smart's going to try to get back to the inside. He cannot do it. Julio Cesar's here, and you got to watch out for Vargas as well. Vargas is another huge threat in this championship, and if he were to win this race, he would gain himself 49 points, and that would put him within 2 of Justin Zajdel. Back to the race lead. On Jaden Scott is Cody Smart. The past 3 laps they have made passes for the lead here. Cody Smart might get it this time. They are still side by side for the race lead here at Watkins Glen. Scott able to hold on to it for now. But Cody Smart powering it on the outside. Cody Smart keeps on going over those rumble strips there. He's got the inside lane through turn 11. Scott in the outside wall. He just shot him up the racetrack a little too much. Here comes Julio Cesar, number 32. We got 3 laps to go. Here in race 2 of the duel at the Glen. Now Cesar going for second. And Cody Smart has cleared for the race lead here at Watkins Glen, going for his 2nd win of the season. And now with these guys going side by side for second, that's going to open the door for Cody Smart to pull away. But Caesar's going to fall behind, and Vargas might get a run for third. If Christian Vargas can make this move, that's going to be huge towards the championship. Vargas actually has a chance. Nope, he can't. He cannot surpass Zajdel in points, but he can come within 2 points if he wins the race. And he could win the race. If he can get around Julio Cesar here, get around Jamin Scott, he could be able to get around Cody Smart. He's got to be careful. Vargas is a guy who cannot afford to wreck. None of these guys can afford to wreck. He's got the inside on Scott now. He's going to get 2 for 1 on this lap. Vargas up to second. Will he clear Scott? Not quite yet. Scott's going to keep the inside through turn 9. Oh, this is going to be close right here. Vargas is going to put Scott on the outside again through turn 11, and that is really going to make things hard for James Scott. Oh, brother, he almost lost it. Back on the inside goes Vargas. He's going to shoot Scott up the racetrack. Cody Smart, 2 laps to go at Watkins Glen. Al Agassi going 3 wide. Again, going to foul back down the 2 wide there. Vargas was unable to make the pass on Scott. He falls behind. Alphabet on the outside. Alphabet's another guy in championship contention. He's trying to get around Noah Clifton. He's coming close to getting around this number 27. He might be able to get the inside through the carousel. Cody Smart started in the first position for this race, and it's looking pretty good for him right now. But I think if Vargas can get around Jaden Scott, I think Cody Smart better be worried just a little bit. That number 6 could easily close in. But Vargas isn't going to get that advantage there. Alphabe's going to get a move here on the 27 to Noah Clifton. That's another position for Alphabet, and that is huge towards the championship. Came into this thing 57 behind. Of course, Zajdel's going to get 2 points in this race as he wrecked out earlier on. Alphabet unable to clear the 27 quite yet. So back to the race lead, and Cody Smart looking very comfortable right now in the number 98. But it's still going to be 1 lap to go, and this thing is far from over here from Watkins Glen. White flag in the air in the second race of the duel at the Glen, and they're 3 wide up the hill. Alphabet with a huge move there. Now Lagassy's going to make it 3 wide once again. Oh, he lost a lot of momentum trying to work that inside through turn 1. Somebody's off. Landon Lyons. And Kingart's around. Richard Kingart involved with Micah Knapp off of turn 1. And Kingart's going to lose a lot of ground and a hard hit. Nick Smith running right in the Richard Kingart. And Kingart. This is getting worse and worse for Kingart. The good thing for him is that Justin Zajdel will finish below him. So he'll still have a shot. But he is not going to be the favorite. It might be Cody Smart. Vargas is going to try to get this position. That's 5 more points for Christian Vargas if he can get around Jaden Scott. He's got the run. Oh, but Julio Cesar has the run as well. 3 wide. 3 wide for the second position. Vargas will clear for the second position. But here comes Julio Cesar. Vargas will clear. Will Vargas close in the Cody Smart? I really don't think he's going to have enough room on the 98, but he might have something for him. Cody Smart, the win of his career. It's going to put him in championship contention heading into Pocono 2 weeks from now. And he's going to be battling with Christian Vargas, Justin Zajdel, but he's going to be celebrating today as the winner of race 2 in the duel at the Glen. But I think the big move right there was Vargas getting to second. Christian Vargas will gain 40 points towards the championship for that. Cody Smart is going to gain 53 for his race victory and for leading the most laps. Justin Zajdel, our points leader, will only gain 2 championship points. Christian Vargas is going to be 11 points behind him. Excuse me, not 11. He's going to be 13 points behind Justin Zajdel. Cody Smart is going to be, let me think of it here, he's going to be 17 points behind. Alphabet's also going to be there as well. I think Alphabet got 26 points in this race. He's going to gain 24 from 57. And that is going to put him 33 points behind. Alfie Silva shot. Richard Kinghart, on the other hand, only able to gain 2 points on Justin Zajdel. He's only going to be 44 points behind, so Kinghart's going to fall way back. Agar Barreto finished 12th. I think Barreto might jump Kinghart in the points. It's possible. But, wow. What a race right there. Cody Smart able to hold on for the race victory. Justin Zajdel wrecking out. And they're actually still racing back in there, so we do not have the official standings quite yet. So Kinghart is actually yet to finish, which means he's not going to gain those 2 points. There he is. He will officially finish in 27th, so he will gain those 2 points. But Justin Zajdel made the move 3 wide to the inside of Christian Russell and Davey Johnson. And we're going to go ahead and show you guys what happened here to Zajdel and those guys. But such an unfortunate break for all those guys involved, especially Justin Zajdel. And that is going to open up this championship heading into Pocono. Christian Vargas only going to be 13 points behind heading into the finale race. And this is Pocono we're talking about. This is a high-speed oval where we will probably see wrecks happen. So it's really anybody's game. Keep in mind, it is not a double points race. So it's strict, regular points, 50 points for the win. So these guys, they got to get every position they possibly can. And they did so here today, especially Cody Smart and Christian Vargas. I'm really happy with what Vargas did, or should I say really proud of what Vargas did. I think what he did was absolutely excellent to get that second position. He knew he couldn't get the win, but he got as much as he possibly can. He's going to be the guy chasing Zajdel heading in the finale. Only 13 points behind. He's going to be second in points. Cody Smart's going to be third in the points, only 17 points behind. This is going to be one heck of a championship battle. And 2 weeks from now, it's the Haas World Championship 100, noon Eastern time, right here on Napa Fan, August 16th. So, hope you guys stick around for that one. It is going to be one of the best championship races this series has ever seen. We didn't even have a true championship race last year. The championship race last year was Watkins Glen because it cut the season short. But we're not doing that this year. Not with this championship battle going on. And you guys will not want to miss the Haas World Championship 100 from Pocono 2 weeks from now. August 16th, Saturday. I think it might be August 17th. It's whatever Saturday is 2 weeks from now. At noon Eastern time. We will also have qualifying for that the day before as well. That will also be very important because the pole sitter will get a bonus point towards the championship. So you got to consider that one as well. So, yeah, let's go ahead and see what happened to Justin Zajdel to knock him out of the race and create this championship scenario. And right here, he peeked to the inside of Christian Russell and he forced Russell up high. And Davey Johnson had yet to clear Christian Russell, and because of that, Johnson actually went up in the grass and completely cleared Russell out. But even before that it all happened, Zajdel was in the grass. And you'll see right here, it was go slow-mo for this wreck here. Justin Zajdel, he was driving in the grass, and you're going to see Davey Johnson, because he knew they were 3 wide, he went a little bit too deep into the corner and took Russell out, and because Zajdel was in the grass, he had nowhere to go. Absolutely unbelievable what happened right there, and that was the only wreck, other than the one that we had on the final lap, which we saw right there with Richard Kinghart. I mean, it's amazing that it took out the points leader, and is going to create a very interesting championship scenario heading into Pocono, but that is just terrible for Justin Zajdel. He could have won the championship here today, and unfortunately, he's going to have to fight another day at the Pocono Raceway. So there are the official standings one last time. I'm not going to keep you guys waiting any longer. We're going to go ahead and show you guys the championship standings heading into the final race of the season in the Haas IndyCar Series. That is going to be one fun finale to watch 2 weeks from now from the Pocono Raceway. See it live right here, noon Eastern time on Napa Fan. Congratulations to Cody Smart on his second win of the season. He earned that win right there. He had the battle with James Scott and Julio Cesar to get it. And I think if there was one more lap, I think Vargas might have won it too. But either way, it's going to be fun come Pocono. These guys are going to be right on Justin Zajdel, the closest they have been to the points leader pretty much the entire season. And it's in the finale race at the Pocono Raceway. Thank you guys so much for watching. Here are the championship standings in the Haas IndyCar Series, and I will see you guys 2 weeks from now for the Haas World Championship 100 from Pocono. Thank you guys so much for watching once again, and I will see you guys later.